WCBI News at 6 starts now.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Cash Matlock.
And I'm Riley Livingston. The driver of an 18-wheeler truck hauling dirt was transported to OCH Regional Hospital following a morning accident in Oktibbeha County. The accident happened on Old Highway 25 at Poorhouse Road. Witnesses tell WCBI the driver of the 18-wheeler was headed north. That's when the driver of a utility pickup truck apparently turned in front of him. The 18-wheeler, in an apparent attempt to avoid a collision, ran off the road, hitting a tree where the driver was then trapped. Volunteer Fire Coordinator Kirk Rosenhan says the Oktibbeha County District 5 Volunteer Fire Department responded to the call, freeing the driver. The Oktibbeha County Sheriff's Department worked the scene. A hazmat crew along with the Oktibbeha County Road crew were also on scene, cleaning up the debris and an apparent diesel spill. The driver of the pickup was not injured.
Well, the past few years have brought a change in Mississippi State athletics. The name MSU is getting national recognition, and even though fans are still feeling the school's most recent loss, they're looking on the bright side. Our Stephanie Poole has the story.
Mississippi State's athletics have been a part of the national table year after year, but it always hasn't been that way. Athletic teams have worked tirelessly, giving the university a name in baseball, football, and basketball. Charlie Euler has been a Bulldog fan most of his life and says the perspective of MSU athletics has changed.
When I graduated from state, back then it was a great year if we just went to a bowl game. Or go to the NIT or something like that. And now, we're consistently competing at a national level across multiple sports.
And more fans are feeling the same way.
Seeing us beat UConn, that was amazing. And just going to Sweet 16, Final Four, like the College World Series this year.
Bulldog fan James Benson says it's not only the motivation that's changed, it's the fans.
The fan base has just become a lot stronger, I've noticed, just in Starkville and on campus. I feel like we're just all a lot closer now. The students and all the fans who come for the games, it's just one big happy family.
Mississippi State University athletics has seen its triumphs and its defeats, but one thing seems to remain the same: respect.
People don't look at Mississippi State as, an easy win. They're not looking at the schedule and just going ahead and marking that in as a W. And that's the way it was for a lot of years.
Reporting in Oktibbeha County, Stephanie Poole, WCBI News.
Well, those Bulldog fans say they are eager for the upcoming season to cheer on their dogs once again.
Earlier this afternoon, some strong to severe storms swept through parts of North Mississippi and West Alabama. Take a look at this video from Sadie Cranford, which shows a funnel cloud hovering over parts of Marshall County. The National Weather Service says that while the atmospheric conditions for a tornado were overall unfavorable, they did say this was a confirmed funnel cloud. You can see the strong rotation as it passes overhead. No damage has been reported in the area. Strong storms continue to push through parts of northeast Mississippi and West Alabama through this evening. Let's turn things over to meteorologist Jacob Dickey for a first look at our forecast.
Hey Riley, we've been keeping things quite busy around here on social media and online. Some scattered severe storms passing through the area, rather. We've got a couple of warnings active right now in the area. One right now is for parts of Pontotoc, Union, and Lee counties here. It's the storm that's located between New Albany and Pontotoc there. There's Ecru, where all the furniture factories are. That will carry to the east towards Blue Springs, eventually Saltillo and Guntown if it can survive that long. Other than that, a severe thunderstorm watch is in effect for a couple of our West Alabama counties. That'll be Fayette, Marion, and Lamar counties. Here's still some scattered showers in there, though. One thing of interest, though, as we look across the region, if you take a look at this green line right here, that is actually the outflow boundary. So some cooler breezes coming on through for lots of us, giving us some relief from the heat. If we do look off to the north, though, there are some more strong storms in Tennessee. Those will slide off to the south and to the east. Right now, the Storm Prediction Center says a severe thunderstorm watch is not likely, though some localized severe storms will be possible through the evening hours. We'll be sure and talk about that, as well as take a look at the next couple of days when some more strong storms are expected, and get you that 7-day forecast coming up in just a bit.
All right, thank you, Jacob. Well, Juneteenth might be over, but some communities, they're still celebrating. Today, Gumtree Park was the site of a parade and festival celebrating the historic day on June 19, 1865. Union troops arrived in Galveston, Texas to tell people that the Civil War had ended several months earlier and the slaves have been freed since President Abraham Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation on January 1, 1863. Unfortunately, word didn't reach Texas, where many slave owners took their slaves in order to hold on to them longer. Tupelo Councilman Nettie Davis says it's an important time for all Americans to remember.
Slavery is not a good thing for anybody, and it's a way of controlling people and keeping them in bondage, and being free to do what you feel in your thinking. In your everyday life is a blessing when you have that freedom to do it.
Well, 46 states, including Mississippi as well as the District of Columbia, officially recognized Juneteenth as either a state holiday or a ceremonial day of observance.
Tupelo wasn't the only one remembering Juneteenth today. Celebration took place in East Oktibbeha County as well. Festival that not only means fun for everyone, but a historical significance. Our Tyler Hull was able to join on the festivities to bring us the story.
Melvin Daly says commemorating Juneteenth is a way to remember those who paved the way. Daly was among the dozens attending a celebration marking the emancipation of the last remaining slaves in the Confederacy.
It's a time of coming together, friends, family, celebrating all of the things that our ancestors have made possible for us.
Saturday's event brought people from the East Oktibbeha and surrounding communities together for food, fun, and fellowship, but the historical significance was the main focus.
It's all the memories and the freedom that they've given us.
Saturday's celebration was held at the former Mora High School, and Jacqueline Ellis says this event brought alumni back home to reminisce and reconnect.
The alumni from the 55 years that we've been here are totally responsible for this.
In Oktibbeha County, Tyler Hull, WCBI News.
As we mentioned earlier, the celebration is called Juneteenth because the last of the former slaves did not receive word of being free until the middle of June.
Starkville residents come together to fight Alzheimer's. Hundreds of people showed up to Starkville Sportsplex today to participate in the longest day. Now, the event gets its name from yesterday and today being the start of the summer solstice and therefore having the most hours of sunlight all year. Dozens of vendors were in attendance with information on everything from healthy food, essential oils, and just plain old shopping. Event coordinator Candace Williams said the event is to honor her mother, who passed away from the disease in April, and everyone else currently battling Alzheimer's.
Well, we did a panel this morning, and we dealt with spiritual, physical, and mental health all in one. So we just want them to take a lot of wealth out. What I did is I just brought my world and my mama's world together because I'm into health and she loves to shop, so I just brought the two worlds together.
Williams says she hopes people leave the event with the ambition to better themselves health-wise.
For the past 2 years, we've been bringing you updates on 10-year-old Lila Ussery's battle with leukemia. Now Lila is getting ready to undergo a bone marrow transplant.
That's right, Riley, and friends, family, and community members gathered today in West Point to show their support for Lila with a blood drive. They say they want to help Lila while also spreading awareness to the community about transfusions and transplants. Lila Ussery has been fighting a long and hard battle with leukemia for the past few years.
Just out of the blue, a leukemia diagnosis, and they quickly flew up to Mayo and were there for a full year almost receiving chemo treatment. And she was cleared and came home and was home for about 6 months and relapsed.
And that relapse is what has people gathering together from all over the Golden Triangle.
She is at St. Jude Hospital now, undergoing chemotherapy and body radiation to have a bone marrow transplant. So obviously with that, she's going to need blood. So that's why I'm doing a blood drive here today. Community members say sending their thoughts and prayers to Lila just didn't feel like enough. So this feels like you're doing more, taking a little bit more action than just sitting around.
This community has just been outstanding. I'm proud. I'm happy to see all these faces and just proud of us for doing this for her.
And in addition to helping Lila, those in attendance are also helping others with similar health issues.
She has to have transfusions regularly, so, although our blood may not directly go to Lila, it will go to someone who has to receive transfusions.
And we're also doing Be the Match, which is really simple. You can go online and to bethematch.com and sign up. You swab the inside of your cheek and send it in, and then you're in the National Bone Marrow Donor Registry to possibly help save someone's life.
For more information on how you can help, visit our website at WCBI.com.
When we come back, we'll have more on an epic food fight in our area, but it might not be the kind of food fight you're thinking of. Stay with us.
You're watching WCBI News at 6 p.m. with Riley Livingston and Cash Matlock.
It wasn't your typical food fight today in Pontotoc. Professional and home bakers battle it out to see who will come out on top. And as WCBI's Chad Groening reports, it was all a way to promote area culinary talent.
The food battle involved cakes and was sponsored by Mississippi Bond Small Business Group. Bond stands for Business-Oriented Networking and Development. There were two categories of contestants, professional bakers and home bakers. Bond CEO Jessica Stark says it is a way to highlight local baking talent.
So the Pontotoc Food Fight is actually an annual competition we have specifically to highlight our local bakeries and home cooks in our area. We wanted to have things that are community-centric and also give a way for our bakers to connect with the community and have potential customers. So we have this competition every year where we kind of challenge them with a different theme, and so they can just kind of show their stuff.
Professional baker Laura Hallmark strives to bake only the very best.
Always go above and beyond, make sure it's fresh every day, and make sure it looks as pretty as possible.
Pontotoc home baker Tarlita Brown Robertson entered the contest because she is very passionate about baking.
I love making sweets so I can spread my love around so everyone can get a piece of the love that I have to share.
Food blogger Jeff Jones had a tough job, a judge. But he says, somebody has to do it. Jones says there are advantages to shopping at a local bakery.
You're supporting local business, you're supporting your neighbors. If you don't get out there and shop local, then people are not going to know where the good stuff is,
Not every assignment is a piece of cake, but this assignment is a piece of cake. And I don't want anybody to tell my wife or my doctor that I partook of a piece of cake today. Chad Groening, WCBI News, Pontotoc.
Bakers were judged in 3 categories: fan favorite, best dressed cake, and first place overall.
Well, the weather has not been a piece of cake today. We've got some strong storms pushing through the area. The severe thunderstorm warning for parts of Pontotoc, Union, and Lee County has been canceled. But there are some more strong storms moving into the area. We'll talk all about that coming up after the break.
Your WCBI First Alert AccuWeather forecast with meteorologist Jacob Dickey.
Well, we're continuing to watch some scattered showers push on through the area. Some of us have seen quite a bit of rain, others of us not so much this evening. Here in Tupelo, there's some showers out there. In Columbus, though, dry in downtown for the most part, but that outflow boundary pushed on through. Down to 76 out there. It does not feel that bad compared to the 90s where some of us are still sitting. Down the road in Starkville, it's 90 there, 93 in Louisville. No rain, nothing cooling off for us. 74 in Amory, 75 in Tupelo. Vernon down to 71. It's 90 in Aliceville. Where we've seen the rain and storms come through, we have had a few reports of damage as well as some hail, some nickel to dime size hail through parts of Lamar County, as well as a tree down in Amory, another tree down in Itawamba County near Mooreville. Now, the storms are pushing mostly out of our area in West Alabama here, heading towards Tuscaloosa. But you see this green line right there? That's the outflow boundary. The rain-cooled air pushed ahead of the storms and well ahead of the storms now coming into Starkville. We'll get some refreshing cool breezes there soon. Some storms still pushing to the north, though. You notice some of these storms that that are popping up down here along that boundary. We'll keep our eyes on them, but notice hey, these storms really died off quick near Pontotoc. Some more storms popping up. We'll keep our eyes on things. Bigger storms are off to the north, though. Look at all that lightning up in parts of Tennessee. This batch of storms will carry on to the south here. There's some warnings in far northwest Alabama. Nothing in our area yet. Now, Futurecast overall keeps these storms to the south and these fairly quickly. Notice by after midnight, it looks pretty dry in our region. I won't rule out a few stronger storms overnight tonight, but overall, I think things will stay fairly tame. We'll get temperatures down into the 70s for all of us eventually. I think low, perhaps mid 70s is where we'll end up. Down to 75 in Macon, 74 in Columbus and in Amory, 73 in West Point, and 72 in Vernon overnight tonight. On Sunday, the chances there for some more scattered showers and storms. We've got temperatures climbing into the 90s yet again. Heat index values into the triple digits in the afternoon and evening. All the way up to 94 in Tupelo and in Amory, 93 in Aberdeen, 93 in Houston, 91 in Oxford. We'll see some scattered showers and storms also, I think, in West Alabama. Very pop-up in nature. Not everyone gets a storm. 94 in Vernon, 95 in Reform, 96 in Aliceville. And then carrying down into the Golden Triangle, I've got 95 in Columbus and in West Point, 96 in Macon, 94 in Starkville, 93 in Ackerman, Eupora, Winona at 91 on Sunday afternoon. Now, Futurecast is actually doing a pretty terrible job, I'll be honest with you, as far as what I think happens tomorrow. It looks dry on Sunday. I think we'll see some pop-up scattered showers and storms, maybe a strong storm in the area. However, I do think Futurecast is onto something as we look towards Sunday night into early Monday morning. Notice this band of showers and storms off to our west. Another big squall line coming our way. That may make it our way into Sunday night, into Monday morning, though the timing's still a little bit of uncertainty there. We'll have to watch and see how things develop tomorrow during the day. Now, the Storm Prediction Center has us under a marginal level 1 risk for some strong storms on Sunday here for areas along and north of US 82, and that's why I think some scattered pop-up storms will be there. Main threats will be some damaging wind gusts, perhaps maybe a little small hail. Again, that tornado threat is low. It's not zero, but it's very low this time of year, as climatology tells us. We'll have a lot of frequent lightning and heavy rain, though, with storms that pass on through. Now, I've increased the chance for storms heading into Monday and Tuesday, as well as that cold front slides on to the south and the east here. That'll spark more storms, I think, for us here. After that front passes through, though, I don't think we lose the storms. Notice we've got just some scattered showers and storms as we head into Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of the week. This overall, though, is what we should expect in the summer.
Welcome back. Authorities are trying to figure out why a 12-year-old boy fell to his death Wednesday night while rock climbing at a trampoline park in North Carolina.
The owners say their facility is safe, but there appears to be no governmental oversight ensuring that that is the case. Joe Bruno has the details.
Neighbors describe him as an adventurous kid. They say Matthew Liu, a newly turned 12-year-old and Cramerton Middle School student, had the kind of personality everyone cherished. While a lot can be said about who he was, not much is known right now about the fall at Altitude Trampoline Park that killed him.
We are taking it very seriously and consulting experts to see what we can do to prevent this moving forward.
Altitude Trampoline Park corporate management, the manufacturer, insurance agents, and third-party investigators are going through surveillance video and interviewing people. Police say Wednesday night Lou was on the clip and climb rock wall when he fell 10 to 15 feet. The trampoline park says Lou was wearing a properly fit safety harness and he was instructed on how to use the equipment.
We do have certified safety monitors here that are going through and checking every latch, every harness, every clip.
Channel 9 has investigated in the past and found that trampoline parks are not regulated by the state. Altitude says the equipment is inspected whenever a staff member comes on his or her shift. Right now the focus is on finding out how this happened and how to make sure this tragedy never happens again.
Our primary concern is, of course, making sure that, our thoughts and prayers are with the family and ensuring the safety of all of our guests as well as our staff.
We're going to have the last look at your forecast coming up after the break. Stay with us. Great news, everybody. A flock of ducklings is safe in suburban Denver after a firefighter used a recording of duck calls to coax some of them from a storm drain. Now, video from South Metro Fire Rescue shows how a firefighter was able to scoop out 4 of the birds in the water at the bottom of the drain on Thursday. Now, 4 others, though, were hiding in the adjacent pipe. The firefighter held up his cell phone to an opening in the pipe and played a YouTube video of duck calls. The ducklings walked toward the sound. The fire district says the ducklings were reunited with their mother, who was nearby. Now, that's pretty amazing.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, also, I've never heard of using a YouTube video to call ducks.
No, neither.
Yeah, no kidding. So, hey, we got a severe thunderstorm warning for far north Tishomingo County, and that's going to go until 7 o'clock. Big storm north of Iuka, north of Burnsville. Should stay up there by Goat Island Recreation Area before it pushes into Alabama. Some scattered storms will continue tomorrow, pop up in nature. Maybe a strong storm can't be ruled out. More storms Monday, Tuesday, carrying on through the week. That's summer for you, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sounds pretty good.
Yeah, we hope everyone has a great night and stay weather aware tonight.